Patreon would be better. Subscribe for top tier. You'll get the Noogie headrest. Buy one.
Bitch.
I feel this may be the lesser chaotic interview.
Compared to what's next, which is AFK Nugan. Maybe just a little bit. Which one are you referring to?
All of the above.
Yes.
Yes, yes, he did.
Yes. Yes.
Coffee bean enema. It goes in
Yes.
brown, it comes out brown. How do you know if it works?
Man, this year has been... It's been a long year. I feel like I'm not fully remembering what happened this year. Okay, I'm thinking out loud while Ali is typing. The first thing that came to mind was Halloween month was very fun. It was very fun to do a bunch of the horror maps because I feel like a lot of really cool ones came out. And then honestly, outside of VRChat, even Baldur's Gate 3 coming out and getting to play with a bunch of people in different campaigns was really, really fun. Lots of funny moments.
Okay.
2023 really has been a long year. It's been work all the time, so I've been pretty AFK most of the time. I would say playing Baldur's Gate has been awesome though.
Game of the year, let's go!
Don't you play a thief?
I do want to say definitely meeting up Punch and Nugan for our floor trip to Orlando. That's definitely one of my favorite highlights of the year, especially meeting like Punch at the time and meeting Nugan. I met him in New York already and such. So just having like all four of us like just to like go like Universal Studio, which was really fun.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
flying home was a mess because there was that big hurricane that was hitting Florida, so we had to actually leave a day early, and so we had to take like two or three connecting flights, and like we barely made it to our gate at the Orlando airport. We had to sprint after we got out because it took so long to get through TSA, and they had actually already closed the door to the actual like to the jet bridge, but they hadn't closed the plane door, so they still let us on. But like I was so sick, and we had sprinted, and I don't run. Like it was like we sat down. I was like, honey, I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah,
like I just like leaned my head against the like the side of the plane, and then just like breathed and like tried not to pass out because we had to sprint, and I was so sick I could barely breathe. And then the thing is, it didn't get any easier because our next connecting flights we had to run every single time. We had to run in Houston, we had to run in Colorado.
2023 feels like it went by very quickly. But at the same time, if you really actually look back and reflect, an awful lot of stuff actually happened. And I think it would be harder for me to pick out a moment from this year than even last year. I would go with top three, like, yeah, okay. There was a bunch of people that were using, like, the Funk Master as part of, like, the April birthday party. That was fun. That whole experience of, like, getting my first, like, avatar on a public row, that has to be a highlight of the year for me. It's like, it can't not be. I think the VCat tours are probably going to be like a good highlight as well. I remember that's generally always a good time, but I think we handled it particularly well this time round. This Slyfest was an emotional time more so for the old guard in Slyfest than for myself. I'm a relatively new person to the crew, so I didn't have quite the emotional wallop that it did for some of them who've been doing it for like years and years at that point. I'm sure Slyfest 2025 will happen, barring surprises.
I do want to confess that this year I have spent less and less time with the group. So my favorite moment from this year is not with the group, but rather it was an interesting session that I had where I was just playing games with Remy and Rajan. We were just sitting in a voice call, shit talking to each other, and then we came up with the joke of the email response as an insult, you know. You walk up to someone and say, "Hey, your shoes look pretty cool. It looks like your feet can fit in there. Nice feet." And then we'll respond with like emails like respectfully. Fuck you.
My favorite moment has to be getting scared by Comic Silver during our spooky Halloween arc.
All right. Favorite moment was Halloween party. Always fun seeing people's creativity.
Going to Hawaii was something. That was this year. Kind of a lot happened this year. Yeah, we just kind of went island hopping a bit between a few of the islands, just seeing various things there, all kinds of wildlife, and you did go to Japan, so I mean that I'm also kind of jealous of that, right?
I mean, apart from that anime note, the song's got a banger.
I think my favorite moment of 2023, especially in VR, was making it to 29 hours at the Marshall-thon, just pushing through even though we were tired, and making it through, not dying, and then deciding to be kind of a masochist and dancing an extra hour with Bolson just so we could make an equal 30. And getting that picture with all of us who made the 29 in the picture. Every one of us, including AFK, who was totally in the picture.
Right after.
Who I totally didn't terribly crop into the picture.
I've been enjoying going to a lot of DJ events and meeting a lot of people from there. Like Shelter, Refuge, and all that. It's been very fun times for me. Probably the most memorable, aside from the 29-hour Fitness Marshall-thon.
I think my favorite moment in 2023 was back in March. Nuts's, what is her dance competition? Like Karunori? Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 2v2 dance competition that Fatal and I participated in. It was, Fatal and I was a participant as well as Pika and Ubi. I think I really enjoyed that competition, and that was one of those, the initial battles pushed me more towards competitive dancing. I still think about that 2v2 a lot. We made it to the finals against Ollie and Shiana. Ollie K, yeah. Holy moly.
Way to go.
Gamer.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments was an IRL battle that I did. It was a 2v2 with Pika, and the two of us, we came up with routines for like every single round, and we went and made it to semifinals, and it was
Saw that video. That was.
It was crazy because it was like a crowd of like 300 or 400 people, and we were just there, and it was the most exhilarating moment of like a year.
Dance-wise, in here, honestly, I had a lot of moments this year. It's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of interesting battles, and a lot of interesting people I've met. One particular moment that's live, I would say, would be Nuts' Volume 6? 5? 6? I think it's 5. One of the Cypher battles that I had, that one was really interesting. I had the chance to go against Nuts herself in the finals, which was quite an experience. To me, it made me reflect a lot on my own dance and how my flow works. And in that moment, I kind of forgot about the thing that I struggle a lot with in dance, is between I guess my character, more so, letting it go, and the technicality that I, hold on to. That moment is the moment this year that I first not first, but more so really got a glimpse of how it be when you blend those two together.
Really cool.
Oh. Interesting. Favorite moments. Favorite sussy moments even. Okay, I'll stop.
No sauce.
My favorite moment was when we added the Uwu channel.
The sussy Uwu channel. Exclusive.
I had a
OffBeat
field
channel.
day. I put so much porn in there.
Oh my
Me too.
god.
I had a field day too.
Oh, this is R18 video, right?
Anyways, Anyways, we cut this out.
Well, I think it's just every day spending time with everyone in VR is. I don't really have a favorite day, but I enjoy seeing all of you guys. Get to film, get to hang out, dance, clubbing,
and do the beat off sessions. I.e., those are cypher sessions, not sus.
OffBeat is a street dance crew that came from our crew leader and master Pika.
Oh, you clicked it. Oh, she got.
I'll just say OffBeat came from the fact that it was a pun on VR because latency is a thing, and we were always offbeat when we danced, and that's kind of the joke.
came from a friend group, but now we're family.
Yay! We welcome all. Oh my! Yeah, you are a beat offer too. What you mean?
Yeah.
We aim to help each other grow. Our biggest aim is to learn from each other and grow from each other instead of competing to best each other. I guess that's the best way to summarize the dynamic of the crew. It's more so keen on helping each other learn and I guess appreciating each other's stance while giving each other fair critiques to grow upon.
Yes.
So join now!
No, don't join.
Crew. Don't join. We're tapped. Try to join or subscribe to the OffBeat OnlyFans.
I think all the way back in January for the anniversary party, which might be biased because it was a half birthday thing, but just a lot of stuff happened that night. I had a lot of people participate in the actual event. There was some surprises that happened, which I wasn't expecting, and I went slightly insane over. Overall, pretty fun night.
I'm terribly sorry. I have not seen any. Or you know what? No. I guess in recent terms, Jack Stauber, a fantastic musician and storyteller. You should watch his pop opera, or Opal. Those are some interesting ones. Rajan hates it because he thinks claymation is for dinky doo-doo heads, and I'm like, you shed your face.
So we did see the Jordan Peele movies this year. I recommend those. I mean, I know they're spooky films, but I still recommend them nonetheless. I think they're good movies. Recent watch would be Dr. Stone. I do recommend that, although it's I think it's the anime at the very least is a little bit difficult to get into initially because I feel like people might get put off by that because it's like ridiculously melodramatic at the start. It's like one of those shonen anime. Where like things will happen and there's just like a massive cartoon overreaction to stuff.
Girls' Last Tour, I watched it year ago, but watched it again recently. And it's still so good.
Oshinoko, I would really recommend. You have not seen it? I really recommend Oshinoko. It's so freaking good. Especially that first episode. Oh my gosh, I cried like crazy.
I think I've only seen that one episode. No, I think.
And if you've seen that,
two
I
or
would say
three, that's it. Yeah.
If you've seen
That's all I saw.
Oshinoko, I would recommend Pluto. Pluto is really good. It's based on Astro Boy. Almost every single episode made me cry.
Go into the voice acting channel and watch Danganronpa Part 14. You don't need any context. You just need to see the South Rising. The South.
Glue had no idea what Nugan was talking about.
You've already said Oshinoko.
Hello. We're actually doing an interview right now. Can I catch up with you later? So it was like our first night there. There's this book series I really like that I don't know anybody else that's read. It's called The Black Witch Chronicles, and it's a really, really, really good like series, and it covers really heavy-hitting topics of like religion, sexism, racism, classism. Like it's LGBTQ friendly, and it's pretty long. So I think the first book I listened to on Audible, it was like a 20-hour book or something like that. They're chunky.
If you like chaos, if you like Dungeon & Dragon, Play Baldur's Gate. Also play BattleBits Remastered for like FPS.
There's a free game I like called Coloring Pixels. It's like a color by numbers, like pixels game, and it's got really relaxing music, and it's just like super chill whenever you just want to like do something with nice music and just kind of chill and vibe. I have one other video that I recommend just because it makes my soul happy. It's like a
No, we're
it's
not.
like a,
We're not.
It's like
We're
a
not.
20-second. It's
No,
like
I
a
know what you're talking
20-second
about.
long video that
As a
makes
ringtone.
my
She has
soul
that as a
so
ringtone.
happy. I set the sound as the ringtone for him when he calls me.
I mean, for anime, I saw that Uncle from Another World thing. I mean, it's one of those isekais that purity's isekais, you know.
Man, I think the hard thing about answering some of these questions is the first things that come to mind are things that are recent. So I kind of want to say Freerun was really good. I'm a little behind still, but I'm very much enjoying that one. Very relaxing and comfy and deep. Freerun, I believe is how you spell it. Fireworks? We're not being attacked.
I tried watching Vinland Saga because I love Nordic history, so that kinda surprised me. It's like super interesting, right? I watch Vikings religiously. Lagertha is my favorite character. I am on season 2 episode 10 so far.
Almost just finished rewatching 24. I'm like 8 years ago. That was a really good show. I really enjoyed that. I don't know why I went back to it.
Can I recommend VRChat? VRChat is the media that I consume on.
No. You know Ubi likes to get plugged. You gotta be careful.
Vinland Saga second season, Goblin Slayer, Gundam Metaverse. Yeah. All good,
Yes.
all good series. I would recommend a show actually. It's pretty old anime, but I recommend it if you wanna watch a good music anime with very good, music itself. The composer is the composer of Cowboy Bebop, and animated. All the instruments are really accurately portrayed. The synergy between the musicians and the jazz culture, very accurate. Well, to a point. The anime name is called Kids on a Slope, or I think so. There's a scene towards the end where it's just pure no dialogue. 2 musicians, a drummer and a pianist, and 4 minutes of pure music. But it beats any dialogue I've probably seen for a long time.
I'll say recently I've watched a Netflix original. It's called Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. It's really good. It's kind of a remake with like a different storyline of the original Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but they have like a more modern take on it, and also focus more on the heroine as opposed to the male protagonist in the first movie. So I really liked it. It was pretty good storytelling and really unique animation. Good stuff. I highly recommend it.
I see.
I was gonna recommend something on Enhent.
My goals were to improve on my core strength. I've absolutely smashed that goal. I'm literally Toji Fushiguro IRL for real. I'm the honored one. My goal for 2024 is to continue my journey to Toji and complete more projects.
I guess one of my major goals, well, just a personal goal, was to finish off my master's degree, which I just did. But that was kind of just a longer running goal. Some things I didn't get to try out, but at least I'm done with one thing. I can try again next year. Goals for 24. That would be to just do more things that I'm interested in. A handful of hobbies that I haven't had time to put towards recently, just because of life in general. And so I would like to actually start doing game development. It's been a thing I've been wanting to pick up for quite a while. And then also just any side projects.
Make it through the vacations that we had planned, and I think that worked out well. And I mean, I'm trying to travel more in general, so hey.
Well, one of my goals for like VRChat creation, like making my own abbeys like this, I've really spent a lot of time in Unity and just putting stuff together and finding a look that I like, even though I've been changing like every other like 2 to 3 weeks. But it's so fun creating with a certain base and kit bashing everything.
Early like 2023, maybe in the last year's interview, I might have spoken about how I wanted to dance more and improve on the style I'm practicing, light feet. It definitely does feel like the past few months, I might have been set back a few steps. So that's how it feels for me. It's not just a straight path forward, or it could just be as my view of dance or like the scope of it has expanded. I feel just a lot smaller.
For me, it's very incremental what my goal was. My goal has been the same thing for the last like 4 or 5 years, which is just to lose more weight. It's rather difficult. I made some strides in it. I certainly gained a lot more muscle this year, especially because I finally started lifting weights for like the first time. So a lot of that weight is transferred to muscle weight. I've always had really big, muscly legs, but they've gotten even musclier. My arms are starting to get a little more muscled. I'm developing a little bit of ab. But as far as the weight goes, it's still not exactly where I want it to be. That's kind of what my goal is for next year. I have a really hard time losing any weight whatsoever. Even after I dance for like 12 hours, I eat the recommended amount of food, protein, all that kind of junk. It still just doesn't go anywhere. But I'm making slow strides, and that's all that really matters. Incrementalism. My goal for 2024 is also still losing more weight. I'm gonna try to lose 40. That's my overall goal for this year.
For me, goals for 2024, I do want to get into some more artistic stuff. I can't really draw, so I'm not down for that, but definitely more photography related stuff in VRChat. Also, I want to try to record some videos as well.
I think, like I said before, Unity was last year. Blender, probably learn a lot more for Blender this year. Dance more, and then just in general meet new people. I've been enjoying meeting a lot more new people this year.
Trying to work less and getting to hang out more with people, alongside a whole lot of personal goals, improving in music and finding my shtick, quote unquote shtick or career choice. I would love to go back to college, and like I've only been traveling for like work related purposes or music. It's like, hey, you know what? You don't need to only travel just because you for work, you know? Like, you could travel for yourself.
My dancing skills overall. So for house dance, I took an online course for one of my favorite YouTubers, Jardy Santiago. I took his course. His course was like $80 per month.
I paid for it.
I had to switch.
I guess one of the goals that I kind of wanted to do, try to like manage my mental health better a little bit. Try to like consistent with taking my medication, or getting new medication if it wasn't working. Having Fatal there definitely helped with certain aspects of it. I don't know if anybody else out there, I'm sure a lot of other people have depression and have, like symptoms that go with it. Obviously, they're very personal to everybody.
One of my goals was to 3D model more. I didn't quite complete that goal, but I did get to a more complex model level, I guess. Mission objective, survive.
I see. Lifelong goal.
That's good. I'll just say.
He got.
Only thing I'll say is, I want to be happier.
Happier.
Yeah, that's good.
Very noble. But one overarching goal and a constant goal for me is to always be improving myself, person, dance, my profession, I'm always seeking to improve further and I guess learn from anyone and everyone, no matter where you're from, where you're at, and I guess how far you have gone.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think my goal was to work on one of the videos, in which case I made close to 0 progress. But I did work
It's
on
really
other...
odd for me. I had 2 goals that I completely didn't do. That being said, I completed 17 other goals I never would have dreamed of doing.
Do you have like a list?
I checked one off today.
Nice! Nice-oo. I'll copy last year's and just say more videos, I think, because I can't... I don't know if I have any... Yeah, I didn't study for the interview. Yeah, I think I would have to probably say just focusing a little bit more on videos and other creative works. Don't shoot me, I'm answering. Because I do enjoy working on it, it's just a lot of time and effort and commitment, I think, to a single idea to get it out there. I do have ideas for maybe a little bit easier editing projects, so I'm hoping to get some of those off, at least in the beginning of the new year.
I do still want to make my dance world. I think that counts.
Did I have any goals for 2023? If so, did you make progress? Okay, so there's a mix there. In terms of getting my stuff out more publicly, yeah, absolutely. I think I met that goal and then some. I mean, how can you top, like, getting stuff literally on the public row and just, like, getting some booth assets and stuff out there that are shifting and, like, a little bit of promotion and stuff of that and, like, connecting with people? Yeah, I mean, I would say that has been a resounding success, and I think that's something I need to keep up throughout 2024. The goal I didn't meet quite so well, I'd say. I didn't get as far with my Japanese as I would like. There's a number of character models that I wanted to make this year that I just never got around to doing. So, goals for 2024. So I'm going to continue to expand my stuff into the public horizon. This involves making an avatar world that will be hopefully out within the first quarter of 2024. This will involve uplifting some of my older avatars to kind of bring them a bit more up to snuff. That will be... so the world will exist to kind of promote my stuff, but it will also exist as just a straight-up avatar world. You can just use them. So to that end, I probably will be releasing a bunch of my legacy avatars as publics. Not all of them. Just a few that, like, I'm okay as being released as publics. So just making cool costumes for various different avatar bases, including Ukon, because for some reason, Ukon players are real hungry for costumes.
I'd like to see us do some more events. We've kind of diversified a little bit off of VRChat, which is fine. Just I like having we do a lot of whenever we do community events. It seems a lot of people have fun. So doing more of that would be fun, both IRL and online.
Like some crazy breakthrough that boosts performance across the board with virtually no drawbacks. Kinda how Fizzbones came in and improved things for everyone.
I would like to see, I think, more people try to share things that they like to do with the group. Because I feel like a lot of the times events are planned by a few people, and so you're not getting as much variation of not necessarily what is happening, like what events are happening, but not enough variation of maybe how it's done or like how it's handled or things like that. So I would love if, for example, Ali decided to just randomly say, oh, obviously I like dancing, so it'd be cool to maybe set up a day sometime for people to just randomly join and learn dance.
I go to Pai almost usually every night, or I'm dancing close to like 5 to 6 every day, or 5 to 6 days a week. I'd like to see more people dance a lot more like we used to, but I know that times have changed and people are busy more. But
the Pai days. Glue, are you friends with Tupper? Tupper, add more things to VRChat. We need the some sort of maybe a better cloth system or like a dynamic bones version of a cloth system, that'd be cool. Just get cool flowy skirts that actually don't look ridiculous when you pull on it, and it just pulls like one line of verts.
You're in this hot tub, keep cooking.
There's the hide by proximity sort of thing that featured, which is pretty nice and all, but I don't give a shit about the people that are behind me. I'd like to see all the people in front of me. If I could do a cone instead of a circular ring, kind of like you could do that with earmuffs. That would actually be really neat.
That's so. Oh, that's good. I've been asking for them to actually do something for people with like epilepsy. I know when they took away the mods, they said they had something planned, and it still hasn't gotten here. I was thinking like a way to just auto turn off world lighting for like certain kind of lighting types. That's kind of what the mod did. I would love an accessibility feature where if I'm in a fucking horror world, I don't just go like la 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 and skip like I did earlier this year. You know, I'm gonna just preference this. I think I've said it before, but having a seizure is really painful, and I'm not a big fan of it. I know it's a risk coming on VRChat, but you know, other stuff has accessibility features. Even the mods had accessibility features. You can do better, VRChat. As for VR dancing, kind of what AFK said, I get on and dance usually about 7 p.m. Central. I figure that's a good time for most people to dance, which, I mean, I don't know people's schedule, they can do whatever, but I would love to see more people dancing on VR Dance. Coming to join dancing. Like I said, I'm gonna start making public VR dancing worlds. Come to those, come say hi.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I want that. So I can actually make like one of my zoom in shots. I always want to do that, like zoom in shot and zoom out. So I want to repeat that so I can record myself. So it's like a shot where it goes in, right? But it's exactly that spot each time. And I can like mask. So basically I have like a lot of me and then like, you know, that beat drop and then it goes together. Yeah. Yeah, or like, you know, music type videos type shots where it's moving in a certain way where you dance to it, like you're walking with it, right? Like boom, but boom, boom, and then you walk with it. Then it suddenly have an angle shift as you do a move, and it goes with your move. Like that shit would be so cool. The first thing I ask is latency because it benefits everyone, more so especially as popper and popper. Timing is very important. And second of all, it would be please show my hits. Please stop smoothing out my hits. I swear to loving God, 80% of my technique is straight up gone.
Proper high five VR. Yes.
Yes. That just ass. It feels bad.
On the topic of latency, for some reason, the voice and your IK are on different latencies.
Yes, and
which
also,
is so if you host dance classes and you talk about being on beat, you are not on beat.
You are not on beat.
We're always on beat.
Generally, I wish, you know, somehow the smoothing could be slightly less. So right now the ticks are okay, but if you start strobing, you don't see it. Popping, still non-existent. I wish I could see like hits. Just, I wish. Because the only way for others to experience my dance is to watch my videos.
What I would like to see, I guess, on VRChat is maybe a VRChat avatar market so that you don't have to go to Unity to get like a purchase onto. Is there one?
It's in the works.
Well, it's in the works.
Yeah,
it's in the works. Yeah.
Money market is available now, but it's just whoever wants to.
A ring you hang from the
sell on there.
And dance within the ring.
Well, I'll say I want to see more people in VR. That's that's my wishes.
More poppers.
Well, your wish will be granted soon enough. All the questies are coming in.
No! Roll that back!
I'm gonna say, as long as they're not a child that's trying to look up my...
As New Year's gonna be this year, guys. Place your bets.
It's okay, I'll go like, child, Have you heard about the dance, Poppy?
Child.
Child, I can show you all about it. Just follow the stranger into my weird van. You will find all about it. We will learn control. Okay, I need to. I'm gonna get canceled so bad.
I would really like to get into something that's much more consistent.
crash?
I know when I start.
I think she crashed.
No, I'm here.
No, you crashed, honey.
I can still hear you in VR. Did you crash? Yeah, you crashed. Sorry, he crashed. I was like, I'm still here. He'll be right back. Solo interview time. Okay, so he snores so loud that the cats will sit on his face trying to smother him to death so that he...
That's the one I kind of wish, I wish I hanged out more and everything, but it's been so busy with real stuff, which everyone can understand, but I feel like I didn't know a lot.
I'm just looking forward to seeing like what new, technology and upgrades and things like that come in the next few years. I mean, we've made such a... If you think back just like 5 years ago, the amount of technological leaps that have been taken with like VR in general and VRChat's, ability to keep up with the new technology outside of, VRChat, just VR technology in general. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what the next, few years can bring. Who knows, maybe, within like 5 or 10 years, we'll all be zipping into full body like suits and that covers our heads and putting us into like a full immersive haptic like bodysuit and that like perfectly tracks all of our movements and it would be really cool. But I'm just kind of excited to see just kind of what comes in the future, because it can only get better, and then when they go too far and AI takes over the world and kills all of us,
That's my main request, just don't absolutely screw everything up and because a lot of companies have been doing that kind of thing, so just don't do that.
How about more performance enhancements? For my community, I'd like to see more of my friends more often.
I would like to see you all stop being bitches. Talk to each other. What the fuck is going on? I don't even understand what's happening. Like you have fucking Roger wondering like, why can't we do this? I don't know, motherfucker. Ask. Why can't we do this? Post it. Bring it up to people. You want to do that? Okay, ask people. Do it. What do you mean? Ooh, I don't think anybody will do this. Shut up. You never know. What is that? People wondering like, oh, I wonder when someone's gonna get on. Motherfucker, ask them. When are they gonna get on? Talk to each other. What the heck? How long have we been friends?
At the minute, they're turbo focusing on the monetization aspect of the game. I get it. I know why they have to do it. They've got investors. They need to please said investors. But this hyper focus on it is taking away potentially from some other things. And certain elements of their development is just too slow. Like, Persistence has been in the oven for like 2 years now. What happened to it? What the hell happened to World Fizzbones? We've had Fizzbones for forever now. There was like some light discussion about some cloth system. In their defense, that was always a maybe. That said, game still seems to be doing alright. Player numbers still stable. We seem to be getting an influx of people once again from Questmas.
I would like to see more lemur or raccoon girls instead of tiger fox bun, cat dog squid human girls. If you feel targeted with statement, good. VRC Dance, I would like to see more nihilist. As for changes, I'd like to see Rojin's room name changed into a slightly different font, so when people see it they think, is that a different?
Christmas ham is still the highlight of Christmas dinner. The sausages are a close second. Get some sausages and get sausages and ham. Get some like roast potatoes and gravy. It's like, yeah, it's pretty damn nice.
Tomato
egg that I made for him today without him here. He was
Tomato egg, Cantonese style. Chinese sausage.
I made it
Done.
today for lunch, and he wasn't home, and I sent a picture to him, and he was really upset. He called me a witch. But it's okay. He had leftovers of it for dinner, so it's not like he was totally left out.
The biggest, chunkiest salmon you ever saw, with a side of rice and pickled veg. Some raw fish on the side and fresh ponzu sauce and hot sake.
Like hot pot or something like warmer to eat. Because I feel like I have probably pretty fond memories of it being really cold outside. You're walking from the car to like the hot pot restaurant or wherever you end up going, and there's like that small distance where you're trying to get out of the warmth of the car, trying to get into the warmth of the restaurant. And then you're super cold, but then the food comes to you. You get the soup, you get the meats and stuff, and the veggies that you can throw into the broth, and then it warms you up. And then afterwards, you have to head back to the cold. But we don't worry about that.
Could be some sweet sour chicken. Could be pumpkin pie, maybe. That's kind of coming on from fall.
Mau Mau's Pizza Bao.
I have grown accustomed to poke. Poke has grown on me, and I really love it.
You know, hot chocolate just a really good go-to. Yeah, powder, and then you use milk instead of water, because the water mixture is not good.
Favorite food to eat when it's cold has to be the ginger soup with fried chicken. So tasty.
12 some odd hours have passed. Yeah, I like to cook briskets. That's like the only thing I can
Oh.
cook. It's a tedious fucking process.
Okay.
But like, it's
Wow.
yeah, it's like
I wasn't expecting that.
yeah. Add some coals, add some wood, take a half-hour nap, check on it again. Add more coals, add more wood, take another half-hour nap. I don't know, baste it. and it goes on and off like that for the whole day.
We gotta try Mugen's brisket.
Someday.
The last time I made it, something terrible happened twice, at the start and at the end. I put the brisket over the coals, and then I come back to a fucking grease fire.
Yeah, we don't need to try Mugen's brisket.
I think, okay, to be fair, I originally did that because I just wanted to douse the fire or give the brisket a little bit of insulation. It was only until I moved it where I realized the brisket was on fire, not the oil below it. I'd never seen a slab of meat on fire before until that day.
I'm trying to think what my neighbors cooked last year.
I don't also have anything specific I make this time of year. I cook whatever's cheap. Right now I've been cooking a lot of fish. I've been making a lot of tuna and... I mean, not tuna. A lot of trout and a lot of salmon. Mixed with like broccoli and rice. You're very welcome. And none of it is catched on fire like Nugan.
I'll say for me,
I love making
sushi. Sushi is one of those things that I just love making, and I can like source my fish properly, so I haven't gotten sick, thankfully. And it's always yummy. That and sukiyaki. That sukiyaki is so good, and the flavor is always consistent. And yeah, I love making it at home because you can just throw veggies into a pot, throw in, the broth, and then put meat, and boom, you have like a whole balanced meal that you can eat.
I'll add on that. To me, what fuels me alive is sashimi. Sashimi fuels my crackhead energy. I snort salmon sashimi like I can't live another day.
Oh.
I'm always into salmon sashimi. How to bribe me with food? Just a full plate of 32 salmon sashimi in front of me.
Yum.
Preferred to be fatty. And then give me a whole stick of wasabi. You can do whatever you want to me that night. What?
Okay. So is that what we're doing in Boston?
What block are you two talking about that you bite into?
Yes, what?
I'll say authentic Chinese food in China, Shanghai. Actually, Shanghainese food. All of them.
No,
Went
come to Hong Kong.
China this year.
We make better.
Everywhere.
Just kidding. It's better. Yeah. I like getting held hostage.
Oh, hot
Hot
chocolate. I haven't had that for a very long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll still say, Swiss Miss, instant piss. It fucking sucks.
Instant piss.
I got the Starbucks cocoa powder. I stick that in my coffee. Mocha.
Hot water is, yeah. I live on tea. I have 30
Oh.
flies. Ollie, I need to grab your tea source someday. Hold on. Sorry if I'm flipping through the wall. I'm putting my phone down.
Just don't be a dumbass and pop coffee beans like they're pills. What? Why?
You can do that?
No,
Wait.
don't. Just be normal and brew your coffee.
Wait, can you
Okay,
pop?
I didn't know if that was
Wait,
a
can you
thing.
pop? Can you pop them like pills? Shit, I'm gonna go try them today. Fuck.
There's a lot of
You'll
things you
get
can
the
pop
caffeine
like
that you
pills, but
need.
you shouldn't.
Where should I pop them? This hole or that hole?
That hole.
What do you think this is? Alcohol? Don't shove it up that hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some slap.
You're not gonna get.
Shut.
Actually, wait. Would you get
Mom,
caffeinated
pull
fast
out
if you
the
shoved it up
slipper
your
on me
ass?
soon. Yes.
Yes, yes, he did.
Yes. Yes.
Coffee bean enema. It goes in
Yes.
brown, it comes out brown. How do you know if it works?
The texture.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good
Don't
one.
put your hand in it.
Hi, Glue. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm quoting Glue.
I'm dead. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's spinning, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, yeah, here we go. And potential candidates might even in this room. We found you're just like a constant panty shot over there.
I vote Cass.
No, I can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in. They're all gonna die.
Alright, camera, you can't see what's going on behind the screen, but Glue is kind of doing a partial uwu, so Glue's doing like this. Kind of an uwu.
Glue was in fact not doing an uwu.
That feel when you can no longer say egg. So sad. I'd say probably Raujin. I think Raujin probably planned the most events, the most interesting events, and also took part in events that were started and led outside of VRC Dance. So and kind of brought it so that we can all experience that as well. Wait, no, I changed my answer to Glue because then you can put a giant, in editing, you can put a giant face of you, like Glue close, up on the screen. This part will definitely not be cut.
Specifically Cat Raujin, the small pink one, with the smug face, and he's crouching like this in desktop.
I can picture that perfectly.
You're asking the wrong damn person. I have not seen a face from VRC Dance in how many months? You know what? I'll do you a favor. Your face is VRC Dance. Your face is literally VRC Dance right now. That is your face.
Clear Rainbow. Clear Rainbow always be out there, always be doing stuff, always be hosting like events, like top of the leaderboard for amount of hours put into events, just like the poster girl, the it girl. That everybody wants to be her. Look at her. She's serving face. She's serving body. She's serving, everything. She is it.
Knowledge, like just looking in and out of the Discord and seeing like events hosted. I will have to give this to Rajan, 100%, because he's been hosting a lot of events such as like Halloween, Christmas, movie night, and Exploring Worlds VHet and so on. And along with that, his sidekick, I guess his sidekick would be Nihilus. Give like an honorable mention to Nihilus Nugan, Water, and even Ollie. Well, so I know there's a lot of honorable mention, but at this point, like Rajan is definitely what I see that really does a lot for the community as well. So he, in my opinion,
Yeah, Rajan's really out there.
Yeah, he's really out there. He does.
Yeah,
what
Rajan
really,
would probably
like,
be my runner-up
got
too.
together. Yeah,
Or
he
maybe
does
a
what
tie,
everyone.
yeah.
Okay, no tie, no tie.
I would say probably taking a sort of backseat to VRC Dance, sort of, but Raujin, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been keeping the boat running smoothly. As people kind of like come and go.
The one who's been the
Just 'cause
face of
there's so
VR
much to
dancing has
do.
obviously been Glue. No, it's been Rajan.
Increase in social credit score
And
of
then
plus
Glue.
5. Let's
and then
go.
Glue. Glue's the one keeping us all together.
Ah. But
Raujin.
I mean, you've done a fair bit of publicity for one thing. Raujin's been pretty good in doing gathering. Claire's actually been pretty good at this, though she's also doing double duty with the VR dancing group, so that's pretty impressive.
Face for me would be Raujin, a constant organizer, and more than that, he listens and is one of several bridges to other awesome communities.
It's gonna either be me or Water, I think.
You know what's not improved? My headset. Okay.
Ollie for me. Then Nihilus. That's kind of like bad for the video. You know, like I was gonna be looking at me like, I'm gonna choose me, Fatal, huh? You can choose me. And I'll be like,
I would choose Nugan for me, in his avatar skills. Raujin obviously is like super amazing in making avatars, but like Nugan being a little bit more new at making avatars, putting on assets, doing that kind of stuff with his avatar, the amount of stuff that he's been able to accomplish in this whole year has been like really crazy, the amount of things he's been able to do and how it makes his avatar look, and so it's really, really impressive to me.
Ollie in the same like description as you would put for Nukin, because the thing is like, I remember before that the thing is like she would have someone else do her avatar and everything, but after like some time, forgot what timeline it was, but she went ahead and started making her own cars and like actually these and watch videos and actually grab like opinions and like techniques from other avatar creators, especially someone like Rajan or other like friends of Shaz that have no idea who they are. Nihilus, the reason why I nominated him, that fucking most improved for this fucker, because improvement as in like the way he spent his time with a lot of people in like community and VRC, not VRC, VR dance community, our other community that we're really friends with. Shout out to Mixie, Batman, and Silent out there. Loves those three. Did a great job with the VR dance community and what they built. Great. Proud of them and everything. But this is about Nihilus. This guy, this motherfucker, has been involved with like a lot of between like both community, connecting the bridge to both of them, which is why like, you know, Kit Rainbow's over here hanging out with us and everything, and like, you know, invested in Chris, helping with making these videos, short videos like breaks and so on and such. So there's that. I mean, there's a lot of things I could say, good things about Nihilus, but there's so many fucking things to list. Like, who is this fucking guy? Yeah, but anyway, my other runner-up is AFK. Notice that he brought a lot of like new people to the server as well. So I guess improvement as in like newcomers to our server, just to make the community bigger. So shout out to that rat.
I think I'd probably say Ollie, because I think just hearing about what Ollie is doing out of work as well as in VR is very impressive, because obviously you've got a lot of progression being made with your job and everything like that, which is great. And it's hard to balance like real life stuff with virtual stuff and free time and everything like that. So I think that's very impressive. And I know that you've also told me a lot about how you're trying to teach new people to get them into dance lot with the JP crew, things like that. And then obviously involving yourselves more in competitions and ciphers and other things like that. So I think between like personal training for yourself, helping bring others into dance, training them, that's a great balance of VR while still spending time with the VRC Dance group. And then real life stuff. It's very hard to balance all that, so that's very impressive. And also, don't look surprised. You said 17 on an earlier question.
That kinda threw me off. Okay, my answer is probably going to be hollow. He messaged me in the year about trying to eat better at home, meditation and so on. Taking steps to look after yourself can be hard for people, but his efforts are not unnoticed.
I'll also just, I know recently finished his master's, I believe, which is super, super exciting, so yay!
I said I need this Draco undefeated. Some black and then I'm bleeding. Go long, these bullets he receiving.
Improving does mean many things. I would vote for a few people here. Raujin again because he's done so much this year compared to last with his professional growth. Ollie Ren because despite being the ultimate queen, she is in fact human. So being so energetic, supportive, and just being there in general, despite time zone madness, is crazy. Ollie is a real one.
Probably Hollow Victory then. In terms of like overall personal growth, I'd say. But he's been through a lot. And yeah, it's been interesting to see him change.
Pretty kitty. Pretty good. Pretty kitty. You know what you did. You know what you're doing. Yeah, that's right. I saw you do a cartwheel. I know that you did a backflip. You're doing good. You're improving day by day.
Raujin.
Anyone for progress? I mean, we've all kind of grown in our own various ways. I'm pretty sure. Like, when did comics start learning Blender? At least attempting to. Did I do something?
That improved in quotation marks is suspicious. I don't know why. That vote for me goes to Raujin again. I think he's done a lot this year, especially involving expanding his modeling skills. He's. I do recall, like either earlier this year or last year, he was very uncertain with himself, really unconfident with his skills and what he can make, and whether or not they can appeal to, the booth shoppers. But I think now he's really starting to hit it off, and costumes he's making are great. Yeah. Best of luck to you, Raujin, on your future endeavors. If you can pay taxes, that's an achievement. Let's fucking go.
I can't
if you can
wait for
avoid
you
it,
to need to pay taxes.
Okay, no, this is not legal advice.
From what I've seen, the only past couple of years is probably like Ollie. I've always seen Ollie working hard, meeting new people, dancing more. Always in the dungeon of Blender and Unity. Always learning new stuff. And she's great, I think. Also, IRL too, she's working hard, trying to save up for a house too, and then...
The one I've probably seen the most from VR Dance this year was probably you, AFK. In terms of improvement, I think actually, on my end from noticing, it's AFK. AFK, you seemed a lot happier this year than last, from when I've been around you. You seemed a little down sometimes last year. This year you've been very, jokey with everybody and that kind of stuff. I don't know if it is anything, but I've noticed a little bit of something. You seem happier, and that's amazing.
That's good. I'm glad I seem a lot more happier, I guess.
Raujin branched out quite a bit socially, and he's also leaned a lot into more of the content creation. He's changed up his content creation. And I was happy to see that he's made things that other people seem to like, and that he's happy with the progress he's made on that. While we haven't seen Ollie for a good part of the year, it's because they've actually been really busy. I've talked to them quite a bit, and they've done quite a lot of events and stuff.
If anything, my favorite event was definitely with Ninja Next in crew battle with unit crew.
I am hoping maybe with a little bit of a less hectic schedule, with hopefully a new job.
Yeah.
This next year, I might be able to attend more events on a regular basis if I'm not having to keep such a hectic schedule.
A really good one was probably the party at Kaz's house, pool party at Kaz's place. I don't know if this would count, but I feel like the most memorable for me probably was the DC IRL meetup.
Well, I'm gonna be boring and say it. Beach episode is always a solid choice.
If I'm allowed to answer multiple times, this is also maybe a stretch, but I feel like that first party that we went to in January for, I think it was January birthdays, the one with where we all had to do outfits of each other and we got swapped. It was really cool to see everybody's creative interpretations of other people.
Halloween. OMG, watching you all suffer made me cry tears of joy.
Slyfest
is VCat. Because it's heard everywhere. You know, not even Slyfest is really like that. Like you know about VCat, right?
I mean, again, the VCats are going to be very high on that list.
Sometimes we have those parties. But the Halloween thing was pretty neat again. We just got all our stuff together like we did before, and we went back to the club we usually go to because it's like it has the best stage, I guess. Of course, there's just our group runs of whatever VCat's doing, so, you know. That can be fun to just see what kind of wacky, sponsored weirdness is going on.
VCat or Marshall-thon?
We're gonna all
Alright, let's
say
see
it
what
at the
you've
same
cooked.
time.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Go. Marshall.
Let's fucking go!
The anniversary that we had in January, Marshall-thon was a pretty fun event.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
I gotta give this to Comic Silver and Ninja Nex. These two are masters when it comes to hiding in maps and role-playing. Anytime I see them join me, I know it's going to be fun.
I gotta think a little bit. There's like a lot of people. I try to narrow it down a little bit.
Please tell me you interviewed Nihilus already. Can I ask, was there a lot of cursing? Not just Nihilus, it's Ollie. Yeah, that's the thing. She's your queen. She's my best friend, so fuck her. Nihilus and Ollie, yes, they're my very, very good friends. And I love Mao and Lemur too. But I don't cuss at them because I don't want to.
This one's hard. I have so many. I really like when Akiri's is on because he's been really busy IRL too, and he's always just really fun to hang out with. We've actually got to meet him in person too, and so it's always fun when he hangs out because I know he's really busy. I really like it when Dark Frost is on because he's been really super busy too, being amazing and steady, taking care of his family, being awesome. And so it's really nice when I get to like hang out with those people that like have those really busy IRL lives, because you know it means a lot because they're taking the time out of their really busy IRL schedule to come in and hang out with us. And so it's really fun when I get to see them because they've both been really busy and they're always really fun to hang out with, and they really both have amazing energy, and I just really am super glad I'm friends with them, and I really like it when I get to see them.
When I met Akiri's offline and everything, great guy. Super muscular too, but he's like, ooh.
Okay, not being biased here. Water. Easy answer of my life.
It's hard. There's so many top tier, there's so many S tier people I like to see join.
Valid.
I think if I had to pick, it would probably be Glue, because it is always fun to see Glue join. I know it doesn't happen as often, but when it does, it always feels like it's gonna be fun, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Because everybody knows
I will say
just
I
how
had the
wild
most
and
unique
crazy
conversations with Glue. Like, I imagine hanging out with him, you would never get bored.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I would say runner-ups would definitely be Ollie, though. And then I would also say Comic, I think. Comic is pretty fun. Comic is fun in the way that it's you know it's going to be a chaotic time, which is normally a fun time but you know that more than anything, it's going to be a chaotic time. You're either going to get a whole lot of Henry's Kitchen, you're going to get jump scared. In VCAT, you're going to have him pretend to be an avatar pedestal, and you're going to have Nugan looking at his privates. If you didn't see that happen, don't worry about it.
Raujin or Nihilist.
That's pretty much everybody in the group. You know, except when Nihilist joins, because it's like, oh, this guy. Who invited him?
Do you know Yum Food? Dude, when that person joins, that shit's crazy. When they join, I literally smile. Because I smile and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then we have a good time.
Oh, so if it's horror maps, comic.
Anything even remotely spooky, maybe having comic around's great to boost events there. And then maybe Nihilist joins, and then we might actually have some really good results between the two, right?
Oh, I misread that as like when someone joins, it's time for me to head out because I don't want to be with you.
Yeah, that's how I read it. That's how I read it as well. I was like, damn, this
It's
is
a
really
good night for
fucking-
me. See you later.
I think I can answer this, but it won't. So I don't think I have anyone specific. I think for me, it's if I haven't seen someone in like a while and they come join, like, oh, they've come. I haven't seen this guy in a while. I'd go up to them, say hello, and then whatever we're doing, I'll join them while they're or have them join me.
Yeah. On the same note as AFK, specifically though, Nihilist, when I see him join, that's always a great night because it's so
That's a good
with
point.
schedules, it's really hard to catch him. So any
Mhm.
any night where we can see him is awesome.
For me, honestly, it's anyone. If I know I'm getting invited somewhere, I feel like I'm included. Like, hey, these people want to hang out with me. I'd love to go hang out with them. I love hanging out with friends. So when I get a join notification, I get kind of happy pretty much no matter who it is, especially people I really like hanging out with. So, I mean, for me, it's just like anybody sends me that notification saying, hey, we're all hanging out, come join us. I'm like, ugh.
Okay, I am gonna vent for a sec. I love Comic, but I swear to God when he plays Cursed Rock Song AI covers near me, I swear I wanna murder him.
I forgot about that. It's incredible, Ollie. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't jam out to the music that Comic plays? You know, when we're watching this video later, once it's published with everyone, probably towards the New Year time, hopefully. You know, Comic's gonna start playing a bunch of music after we watch it, right? Just for you. Just for you.
It hurts, Mr. Stark.
I miss Honey Mustard and Senna. I don't get to see them
Senna.
very often. They're both super busy with their IRL lives, and you know they get on every once in a while just to do a little bit of dancing, just to kind of stay active. But I really miss them because they used to be a lot more active before.
As I would like to see Honey Mustard, Senna, and Meta more. My just my
Yes,
personal
Meta too.
opinion.
We've met Meta in
Meta,
person
like,
too.
these-
I've met more people than I thought.
Egg.
Okay, number 1 would be Honey Mustard. I don't know how I have known her over 2 years and met her like 5 times.
Honey is elusive. I've just accepted that. I'm never gonna see Honey ever. Wait, this question's making me sad, Glue. Why'd you include this one? I'm looking through my list and I'm like, where did these people go? Fatal? I feel like I don't see Fatal very often, which I understand he's busy, which is I think a good thing. But I wish I could see Fatal a little bit more. Nihilist, the few times I get to see him is always very nice. But obviously time zone differences work. It's big. Red Panda, I think he started college, I want to say? Or he started school? So he's always busy with that. It's kind of weird saying this now, but I would say Ollie is actually kind of on the list.
Number 2 is probably Akir's. We do see him often, but the time zones mean we very rarely cross path. When we do, we tend to dance our brains out, lol.
And also, Akira's always comes with really, really nice outfits. So seeing that's always really, really fun. A lot of energy, a lot of really, really pretty outfits for the avatar.
And then bonus answer is Glue. I want to play more Warhammer games co-op.
Egg roll. We do. It's like it would be nice to hang out with the guy more, but it's our lives have diverged a lot. I understand why it's difficult. Honey mustard is another high one, yeah. We don't see a lot of honey. It's always a sweet time when we do see her. We don't see a lot of... I mean, I know I'm like shit talking a bunch, but we don't see a lot of Nihilist either lately. The guy's gotten incredibly busy, and yeah, I don't feel great about that, and I don't think they feel particularly great about that either. So yeah, it would be nice to just have more chill nights with Nihilist. Like, I miss having him around. I miss his music that he'd pick. Yeah, I hope you're doing well out there, Nihilist. For real. And also, fuck you. Well, we usually see them quite a bit, but I know during this particular season, there's they're going through a bit of a time. It's like both Mao and Remy. Like, it'd be nice. I understand they're going through some shit right now, and I wish them the best. We will meet again.
Okay, here's the list. Red Panda, Shea Potato, Zodiac is required. Fatal Zodiac, Pika, Ninja Nex, Senna, Honey Mustard, and last but not least, you. Yeah, you heard me. You're in that list. We're hanging out right now. This is not hanging out. This is a work conference. After this, we're gonna go back. I literally planned this at our earliest convenience so we can get it out of the way and go back to doing whatever we were doing in the day.
Raojin.
I mean, does it really go without saying it's egg roll? I mean, different hours, you know, up to running that club, I think, you know. If they popped in, I'd be pretty excited.
I really just want to hang out with that girl again.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
So true, bestie.
Sometimes I wake up early and I'll see him on, I'll come visit, but that's only for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'd have to go or he'd have to go. I would just really like to hang out with him again.
I guess I'll give that vote to Ollie.
Probably also Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie really inspires me to do better with stuff like Unity work and things like that. Just enjoy hanging out and just talking to Ollie. We have a lot in common, and I find that kind of hard to find sometimes on VR. Someone with a ton in common with you. And just on a friendship level. Usually when you find people who have something in common with you, they're usually like, sometimes doing it to be like... and I'm like, no.
Touching tips?
I want to be friends. I just want to be friends.
Nihilist, who is a very big presence when he is around, but he's also had a lot of trouble being around, and so yeah, you can also just throw an egg roll in there because the egg thing gone for far too long.
So many people fit here. This can be panda or egg roll.
Subscribe to GlueIsRequired.
What's going on? Let's go. Throw up the gang signs. We're gang.
Let's throw the gang signs.
OP.
Hope to see more of you in 2024.
Yep. Until then, all, you know, see you next year.
Everybody come to Japan
New
in
Year
2025.
2024.
It's happening. We're
Yep.
gonna do it.
Get through this new year, 2024 together, and, you know.
I want everybody to be
For the better.
happy, to be healthy, to take care of themselves, to know where their priorities are, and to treasure their friendships, because you never know how long you're gonna have your friendships, especially online. Sometimes people go away and you are sad that you didn't get to say the things that you really wanted to say to them. So treasure your friendships while you have them, because you never know what can happen and they can be taken away from you. So everybody love each other and take care of each other, check on each other, and just keep being this amazing and strong and loving community that we are.
Yep. We are the VRC Dance community, and we're a family here. So, see you guys in 2024.
Oh, this is a really tough question, Glue. I don't know how I'm gonna answer this one.
Have fun lol XD. When's the next Baldur's Gate session?
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe the video for more Glue videos. Remember, Glue is always required for your everyday tasks and activities.
At that moment, Glue thought, maybe they don't think glue is actually required.
Goodbye, camera. See you. Take care, camera. Goodbye. This for you, nihilist. Yeah, you get a good close up of that. You get a nice close up of that.
Everybody out there, whether old or new, young or old, whatever the fuck you are, keeping the 3 years going on 4. Crazy. And hopefully, if you sons of bitches talk to each other, we can try and go up to 6 years, 7 years. That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Shut the fuck up. I wasn't asking you. That would be pretty cool, right? Yeah. So, with that in mind, don't linger too much on it. But people enjoy your presence. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, even if you walk in and say some funny words, don't worry, we say some funny words too. But yeah, don't be shy. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be nihilist in the second floor eating noodles. Come and talk to us. We want to talk to you, but we just don't know how to fucking talk to you, okay?
I just kind of grabbed this at random, so. Hey, remember to catch up on your lessons.
And the next year, and the next year, and then no, I'm not doing that again. I wish you guys have a wonderful day and/or night. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good morning! Hello, sleepyheads! I hope you have a wonderful year coming up. I hope all the things you plan on doing that are gonna be discussed, insert right here in the video, come true. I hope insert thing right here really plans out for you. And I surely hope insert thing here.
I panic.
And with that, 2023 has now ended. Thank you, and please enjoy the credits.
Our life is like a comedy, a carnival, so carefree. We're spinning around, going our own way, and living out our school days. And even though it feels as if the end will never come to this, unfortunately everything ends someday. But still, I know that it was meant for both of us to meet again. That may be true, but now it seems so far away. If I ever forget you, I'm sorry. And if I ever forget you, I'm sorry too. But I will try to remember you. And even though we're growing apart, I miss you. It's hard to think we're growing apart. I miss you too. You'll always be special to me.
tell people Kaz was sus. Kaz sus as hell this year.
No, it's not slander. It's not slander. It's not fake news. It's the truth. Kaz is sus. Kaz has always been the most sus.
And I stand by this, and I'm going to continue to die on this hill. It's like last year, alright?
Last year when people were like, oh, Sky is so wholesome. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You see the stuff Sky does?